action, exhilarating drama? Do you get erotically aroused when you see people from marginalized communities getting busted and beaten down for minor crimes? Well, get ready to flop your dick out and jerk your white meat to some Live PD. On Live PD, the situations are endless, and we take down and beat up all different types of criminals, like blacks, Mexicans, Mexican blacks, and Puerto Rican. Oh wait, no, that guy was also Mexican. The crimes range all the way from domestic argument all the way to half a gram of marijuana. The evil devil's lettuce used by only the biggest lowlifes of this beautiful country of ours. Like this guy here. Hey, get over here, kid.
What's up?
What are you doing here, you lowlife?
This is Starbucks. I'm buying coffee.
Oh yeah? Well then, what's all this white powder that you're putting in your drink?
It's sugar, you dumbass. My God, how stupid are you?
That's verbal assault of an officer. We got a 69 on the 420, 69 on the 420. I've been verbally assaulted by the suspect and need backup. Hey, get over here, kid.
Ow! Fuck, dude. Fuck. Why does this happen every time I come to this Starbucks?
Aha. There's the weed.
We're in a legal state.
Resisting arrest. Don't tell me how to do my job. You Chinese people are all the same.
Fuck, dude. I'm Korean. Not even Chinese.
Damn, that makes me so horny right now. So come on over to A&E and flick your willy to some Live PD. See you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the short news with your host, Alex Mador.
Has got a powerful price.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Short News Podcast, the show where I complain about current events and make fun of some people. My name is Alex Mador. Thank you for joining me this morning or afternoon or whenever you're listening to this. I hope you were able to enjoy your weekend and haven't spent all of your stimulus check money yet. Speaking of money, Friday was a big day for me and money. I gotta tell you why. Let me just set up my little workstation here because I'm not prepared. So it was I'm a mess today. I was waiting for the All-Star NBA Top Shot pack drop on Friday afternoon and was able to get in and buy a pack and then sold 2 cards for a total of $600 within an hour, like very quickly. I put them up and then like maybe 5 minutes later they were purchased. One was a LeBron card, one was a I don't even remember the other. It was like a special hologram edition of something. Sold it for like 400 something, and then the LeBron card for like 200, and then yeah, so I'm up a lot of money. I'm dumbfounded by the speed which someone bought those cards up. It goes to show how important it is to get into those pack drops early. You're guaranteed to make some money no matter what. It was a $229 pack, so making $600 off of it is a pretty decent profit. Top Shot has been kind of having issues lately, though. I'm a part of the official Discord group, and I sit in there and read the vent channel and see how many people still haven't been approved for withdrawals, meaning they aren't able yet to put earnings into either a bank account or crypto wallet. And I've had my account since mid-February, and they've been taking their sweet time approving me and thousands of others. And it's really frustrating because they don't even give you a legit time frame for when you can expect to get approved. So your money is just sitting in there and you can't do anything with it other than buy packs. So I emailed them like a week ago about this, and they said they're working as fast as they can to approve people. And not to worry, because the money in the account is definitely mine, and I'll be able to access it soon. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't growing impatient with all of this. what do I need to do to get approved? It seems like none of us are getting it, and Top Shot refuses to give a real estimation for when to expect it to be worked out. They claim it's because they want to ensure fair trading and that people don't have multiple accounts. And, dude, do you know how hard it is just to even make one account for this fucking site? Just because a bunch of people tried to do the wrong shit with bots and fake accounts doesn't mean that I and other collectors should suffer. The money goes into your Dapper account balance. Dapper is the company that owns Top Shot and other things like CryptoKitties. So they put the money they put the money you make into that account, and all you can currently do is use that money to buy more NBA Top Shot moments or packs, putting that money back into the Top Shot ecosystem, giving that money back to the company. What it seems like they're doing is trying to get people to spend all of their earned Top Shot money on more Top Shot packs and on collecting more cards instead of ever being able to withdraw, which is some crooked shit if that's the case. It's bullshit that the only thing people can do with their Top Shot earnings is spend them on more Top Shot. It's very scammy. It's not like, and I'm not calling Top Shot the whole thing a scam. It's done by a legitimate company. It's licensed by the NBA. I'm calling that legitimate company fucking greedy as shit for not letting people take out their money right now. I'll keep you updated on that. I don't think they're even letting people make new accounts right now because of the demand, which is good. Because, dude, focus on the people who've been dedicated to this for a while now, who invested in this shit and made this company what it is. Created the hype and continued the hype. They deserve to not be left in the dark, and they deserve to get some sort of answer on when they can expect to have withdraw capabilities like they're supposed to have. Right now, it doesn't really feel like the money in that account is mine. It seems like it's Top Shot's money, and they're in charge of giving me permission to have it. It's really fucked up. Like, if you invested money into this, you should be allowed to cash out with your earnings. But NFTs, man, still a big thing, as you can tell by how heated I'm getting over the NBA digital trading cards. I haven't really bought any other new ones. I got a free one from a guy, an artist who let me find his work. Let me do my research here. Go to Twitter. Sorry, I should have gotten this before. Okay, Factmans, they're called, one word, FACTMAN, Factman. Yeah, he sent me one, and yeah, they're really cool. They're well done. They're like special, one-of-a-kind Lego minifigure designs with a, like, holding up a message, and I think it's a cool project. So check that out if you're looking for something to get into the NFT market with, if you're looking for something to buy, Factman. Just do it. Just do it, man. But I haven't really bought any other new ones recently. I think I'm going to take a little break on that for the sanity of my, for my sanity and the sake of my wallet. But, I got verified on Rarible, so I have the check mark, and now my items show up on more people's feeds because some people have the verified only filter on for their feed. So that helps me a lot. I'm trying to come up with ideas for digital items I can sell. I was thinking I make an NFT of Ted Cruz's testicles, and someone could buy to own Ted Cruz's balls, and that would be funny as a one-of-one item. I don't know how much I would sell that for, possibly like 69 Ether, just for the memes. A more reasonable price, I guess, would be 6.9 or 0.69. And I also don't know what the rules are about putting up art of balls for sale on Rarible or on OpenSea, but I saw a dude sold a picture of his balls on OpenSea, so I think that's okay. Like, does that count as lewd or pornographic content? I don't know. Probably, but depends on what they want on their site. Like, what if I make the testicles look really non-threatening, silly, and little? I don't know. Just an idea. We'll see where that goes. Like, just a pair of like detached, tiny testicles, and people will be like, "Oh, they're so cute," and then I'll be like, "Yeah, they're Ted Cruz's. You can own your own pair of Ted Cruz's testicles. Just don't sell it to him." So that's one idea for an NFT that I might start working on. Another one that I might make is crypto cavies, aka virtual guinea pigs. Each one would be a different looping animation of a new guinea pig with a unique design. And that might be something that people would enjoy. I don't really know. Um, that's a project that I'm going to need to be patient with because I don't really know how to draw. I know how to animate things, but it's the actual drawing part that is impossible to me, which is the most important part. So you're probably wondering, how is this going to work? But I'll figure it out. I was really good at drawing when tripping on mushrooms, so I should definitely be able to do it sober now. I mean, I hope. But that's enough NFT talk for today. Damn, that's becoming such a big part of the show. But I guess it's current events, you know? Like, what are you gonna do? It's just it's what's happening. This stuff is super popular right now, and most likely is gonna keep growing. Digital collectibles have been around for years now. They just didn't have a lot of value until big money people got involved. Crypto also helped make this into a thing. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts which talk about crypto, which automatically means I'm an expert now. And they've been talking about how even the government knows that Bitcoin is taking over as the main currency. It's inevitable, and they're preparing for it. The value of Bitcoin has been skyrocketing recently. It hit 60K a week ago. It's hovering around that area for now. Now! I don't have any money in Bitcoin. I should have gone in years ago, but it doesn't really make sense now to start. I feel like I'm missing out on something, but I also know that it's too late unless the price drastically falls or my bank account drastically increases enough to where I can even buy a single coin. I'm more focused on the other cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum and XYO, which is Ethereum based. XYO is pretty cheap per coin. I was holding on to some until I needed them for a purchase on Rarible, which was kind of a mistake. I should have kept them. I converted them into Ethereum, and that was cool, but I had like 65,000 XYO tokens. Currently, I have like 19,000, and they're relatively easy to mine. You just have to download the coin app and use it the way you would Pokemon Go. What I do is keep it running on my iPad when I'm not using it, and the iPad just mines all day and night, and the coins start rolling in. And I've been using the coin app for about a month now, and I've made probably a total of 100,000 XYO tokens, and yeah, and which is awesome. If that shit increases in price per coin, then I get a huge boost on my portfolio. I would get in on it while you still can. No one's really paying much attention to XYO because of Bitcoin, but the price has been increasing at a high rate, and like no one notices or cares, which is okay, like with me, because more for me. Okay, let's talk about something else. I think it would be wrong of me to just avoid this topic, even though it really freaks me out, and I'll openly say that it freaks me out and that makes sense because of who I am. But yeah, let's go into it. I'm really freaked out about all of the violence happening against Asian Americans right now. It started getting bad when our former president started blaming China for sending coronavirus to America, almost acting as though they did it intentionally, calling it the Kung Flu, stoking the fires of Asian hate, saying things that charged his fan base up against a whole race of people. Trump supporters are fucking idiots, the ones that believe this shit and end up blaming every Asian person. Like, dude, I was born in Danbury, Connecticut, and there's so many other Asian Americans like me who have been feeling a lot less safe lately because of something they have nothing to do with. Trump turned Asians into a scapegoat. See, what's funny about that is I remember over a year ago, before the podcast even existed, I was talking to someone and I was remarking how thank God Trump hasn't gone after Asian people yet. That's the one thing he hasn't done. And then COVID happened and he fucking did it. I've been the recipient of that hatred myself, definitely not as bad as some people, but that's only because I don't go anywhere, like ever. But I'm sure that when I move out of the city, it's going to get worse, especially where I'm going. There's a lot of people there's not a lot of people like me. There's a lot of people that dislike people like me from what I know about this place. So Asian people have been getting attacked a lot more, something like over 3,000 new cases of attacks that have been reported. And those are only the ones that are actually being reported. We talked about that old man that got beat to death for being Asian, and now we have a new case which recently happened in Atlanta. So this white incel prick walked into a massage parlor and killed 6 Asian women and 2 white ladies in a targeted attack because he blamed them as temptresses and wanted to end his temptations, his urges that he couldn't control. Which is fucked up because that's a you problem, dude. You don't get to decide to end women's lives just because you can't control your dick around them. That's a whole different issue from the Asian thing, but it also does have a lot to do with the way Asians are perceived by Americans. We're often used as the butt of jokes, like tiny penis jokes, little Asian schoolgirls turned into a fetish that are objectified and submissive and all this stuff. Many white nationalists and white supremacists have fetishized, dated, and married Asian women because they see them as submissive sex objects who they can control. This is a complicated issue and has a lot to do with how white people treat Asian people like objects that they can control and shit on without any consequences. They only care about us when we're dancing to manufactured K-pop music or getting fucking killed in the streets for our race. I'm gonna be real here. A lot of you are the problem here. And a lot of that is society's fault for teaching people that Asian people are expendable and inferior. Even the government system works against Asians in America. In cities like New York, the mayor is participating in discriminatory practices which prevent Asian students from entering into gifted programs in schools, even if they deserve to be let in an attempt at creating more opportunity for others by taking opportunities away from Asians. We can just be displaced because de Blasio fucking feels like it. There are other ways to ensure equality in school systems without excluding an entire race of people who notoriously excel in education and deserve to be in those programs based on their merit. Of course, the mayor sees Asian people as expendable. A lot of people do. Why are you taking opportunities for good schools away from us if you really care about our issues? I guarantee you, de Blasio's on Twitter right now saying some bullshit about stop the Asian hate when he's been blaming Asian people for the school inequalities for years now, when they've literally been getting into schools on their own merit. The idea that Asian people are privileged and wealthy and don't need those opportunities is bullshit. The majority of Asian people I know live in fucking poverty, you fucking asshat mayor. We get blamed for everything. White people don't like us, black people sometimes like us. Nobody actually cares about us, like, at the end of the day. The government is pushing Asians out of their school systems and discriminating against them, but calling it creating opportunities for others. Asians didn't do shit to you. We run so many of the essential businesses in your fucking city, you motherfucker. My laundry people are Korean. My dry cleaner is Korean. The nail salon next to my place is Korean. All the restaurants and culture that fills this city, all those businesses, all those people, and you just shit on it because we're seen as the problem to everyone on all sides. When people get mad at me for having what sound like conservative views, even as a liberal, such as my views on what's happening with Asians in schools, I have to explain that, dude, I'm an Asian liberal. Different issues of life apply differently to me and people like me. People perceive me completely different than they perceive you. They treat me different than they treat you. Some people actually think I deserve to have less in my life because my eyes are more squinty than theirs. Therefore, the whole experience is different. So how do you expect me to just go along with issues that hurt my people, such as discriminating against Asians in schools? Both Republicans and Democrats give zero shits about Asian people. They're only coming out and saying stop the Asian hate now because innocent people have been slaughtered and they would be insensitive to say nothing. Asian American issues need to become a bigger issue to people in this country. Stop treating Asians like a joke, like all we're good for is homework help, karate lessons, and happy endings. We're fucking people. And we have a very rich culture. If you take the time to learn about it, you might be like, damn, this is fucking cool. Listen, my grandparents came here from Korea in the 50s or 60s. I'm not entirely sure, but they changed their names and their kids' names immediately, forced them to forget the Korean language and learn English and only English because of the pressure to assimilate into the rest of society and not be mocked and treated as less than for being what they used to call an Oriental. That fear of mistreatment led to my family members completely rejecting Korean culture and values out of fear of judgment from white Americans. This is a story that repeats itself countless times with immigrants that come here. Society treats them like outsiders just for being different. It makes them feel less welcome when they're just trying to live a decent life. Those women didn't ask to be killed, obviously. That dude decided that their lives were not worth living for them and killed them. Would he have done that to a bunch of white people? Probably not. I don't know. The reality of the issue is he killed a ton of Asian women. He could have picked any massage parlor. There's other races of massage parlors, and he went to the Asian one. That stereotype of happy ending women in massage parlors needs to stop. I know that they exist, but do you really think that those ladies want to be doing that job? Do you know how hard it is to find legitimate work in America as an immigrant? Fucking impossible. So some people end up having to take money under the table to whack off a bunch of perverted incels who don't know how to talk to or respect women. And they're not expecting that one day a psycho white dude is going to walk in and gun them all down just because of who they are and what they represent to him. How fucking stupid do you have to be to think the solution to stopping visiting massage parlors is killing everyone in the massage parlor? American society is so fucked up. And I know I'm ranting about this for a while, but I don't want to have to feel afraid to go outside because of who I am, because of things I didn't do and things that are out of my control. I didn't bring COVID here. It's not the Kung flu. Stop being insensitive towards Asian people. Stop seeing us as less than you. Just because we're Asians and not other races doesn't give you a free pass to use us as a punching bag or scapegoat all the time. I won't even go into the racism I experienced growing up in a white town because we've done that shit before. But there was a lot of targeted shit that happened to me because of being Asian. And it didn't stop. Even in college, people thought they could take advantage of the Asian kid, make tiny penis jokes, call me a foreigner, treat me like less than, and trick me into doing stupid shit. Of course, only to the Asian kid. And to a lot of people, I was always just the Asian kid. This shit has to come to an end. Otherwise, we're moving backwards as a society, and more innocent people are going to get hurt. I don't really know how to approach this issue and how to contribute to fixing it. I just don't want to get killed for being Asian. That shouldn't be too much to ask for. I'm vaccinated, I'm not spreading the virus, so stop synonymizing Asians with COVID. That's fucking stupid to think we all started this. There are people that are going to look like different than you and come from different places than you. That doesn't mean you fucking treat them like the enemy and blame them for all of your problems. Asian people didn't give you coronavirus. Coronavirus was already coming. President Trump treated the virus like a hoax, literally called it a hoax, and downplayed it for months, letting it come into the country and spread because no one was taking precautions because he was being stupid. So then, after he fucked up, he went and blamed China to throw the heat off of him. I've been trying really hard not to blame Trump for everything because it's the whole system that's fucked up, but he was the guy in charge when the pandemic hit. And he was the one who defunded the World Health Organization, got rid of the pandemic response team, undermined science, told people not to wear masks, called it the Kung Flu, all that shit. That was at least partially his fault. The rest of the blame goes to the people that are ignorant or selfish enough to follow him. So, stop the Asian hate. Do what you can to educate dummies on why all Asian people aren't responsible for the pandemic. Stop treating Asian women like model minority sex objects for you to control. It's not okay. It's not fair to them. It's fucking racist. It's wrong. You would think that by 2021 we would have solved the racism problem. But no. It's just as bad as it's been for years. Now we just notice a little bit more. This whole discussion that right-wingers are having complaining about how Democrats only care about identity politics is stupid. Because at the end of the day, Democrats are the only people who can at least say they care about people of certain identities, protecting those people, which would cause those certain people to be more inclined to vote Democrat if the Democrats are fighting for people of those identities to have rights. It makes sense. Just because Republicans don't want to support human rights issues doesn't mean that the Democrats are bad for respecting issues which apply to human rights for people of protected groups or identities. So, Ted Cruz and people like him need to stop complaining about that because it makes them look really bad. Like they truly do not care about protecting certain groups within the American population because of the offensive biases that they hold. I listened to some of Ted Cruz's podcasts. I didn't listen to the whole thing, not because it was bad or something, but because Ashley could not stand to listen to him say any more bullshit, and I had to turn it off. He was complaining more about identity politics. All the Republicans repeat the same lines as per usual, talking about how the stimulus COVID bill isn't actually about COVID at all. Like, okay, dude, then what about the $1,400 checks that went out to everyone because of COVID and being unemployed and not having money to do anything? Like, what else is in the bill? Well, I'll tell you, since Ted doesn't want you to know and just wants you to believe him and think everything the Democrats got into the bill was useless. So here, I'll read it to you. I'll read the list. Subsidized COBRA for laid off workers. So if you got laid off, you get health insurance still. Affordable Care Act subsidies for the next 2 years. Again, that's making sure people can afford their health care. Expanded nutrition assistance to replace school lunch programs during the pandemic. So, yeah, schools, if they're not open, some kids, they get their meals from the schools. And, you can't do that anymore. So they want to help people eat. They want to feed people. That's good. Funding for testing and contact tracing. Again, that's also has to do with COVID. That very much has to do with COVID. Disaster relief fund increases and covering COVID-19 related funeral expenses. that is related to COVID as well. Grants to airlines and contractors to freeze layouts through September, and that is because of COVID. Defense Production Act funding for medical supplies also has to do with COVID. Grants for restaurants and bars to have lost revenue in the... Okay, grants for restaurants and bars that have lost revenue in the pandemic. Okay. That has to do with COVID. And economic injury disaster loan advance grants of up to $10,000 per business. These don't seem like things that are unrelated to COVID, Ted. Just sounds like a lot of important shit. That sounds like protecting a lot of people's economic situations because of the terrible predicament we're all in about, COVID. But just shows you how badly people like Ted Cruz want struggling American families to drown in poverty. It makes me so mad. I just want to, roast Ted Cruz. Okay, fair enough. Let's do that. He's put out a ton of interviews and TV appearances on his YouTube channel. So we can look at that before getting into keeping up with the Karens. Let me see where we're at right now. I've been talking for a while. Where's the timer? Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. My voice hurts. So where is this? Where's my Ted Cruz? There he is.
ATRH. It's that time. Lock and load.
Lock and load.
The Michael Berry Show is on.
Cruz is our guest. We have a short window, so let's get right to it. Senator, what is going on the Texas border, and is the Biden administration going to do anything to stop it?
Well, it's bad. There's a crisis unfolding at the border, and the short answer is no. The Biden administration does not intend to do anything.
There's a crisis, and the crisis is that people want to come to America for the opportunities that we advertise to other countries, but we don't want certain countries to be able to come in. We want to be selective about freedoms. That's what we want to do.
To stop it. Joe Biden has caused this crisis. It has been the result of deliberate policies they put in place that have created this crisis. And there were several in particular. Number one, when Biden got elected, one of the first things he did was immediately halt construction of the border wall.
Yes. He did that because the wall was Trump's Bohemian Rhapsody. It was his hit, Every time he'd get up on stage and talk to his people, we're gonna build the wall. The wall is building. The wall. We're building the wall. The wall is in progress. I don't know how he sounds anymore. I can't. We're gonna build the greatest wall of all time. It's gonna be so great. And just doing that all the time, and that wall stood for, anti-immigrant policies that were founded in racist roots. So, I don't know. A lot of stuff Ted Cruz says is he's trying not to make it about offensive shit, but low-key, he's just being xenophobic and shit.
Number two, they re-implemented catch and release. So it is now the policy of the Biden administration, when they catch illegal aliens, they release them, and they give them a court date sometime in the future that they ask them to come to, and everyone knows that a very large number of them never show up and disappear into the country. Number three, and perhaps most indefensibly, they eliminated the Remain in Mexico policy. So the Trump administration negotiated with Mexico an agreement that for the thousands and thousands of illegal immigrants who were coming up from Central America, crossing through Mexico, that if they applied for asylum in the United States, that they would remain in Mexico while their cases were proceeding.
Is Mexico a waiting room? Is Mexico a fucking waiting room? I didn't realize we were at the doctor's office or the DMV. Mexico, you just wait in line for 40 years. Yeah, you might be able to come in. I don't know. Just wait in Mexico for a little bit. We'll see.
The Biden administration just threw that international agreement in the trash. They are now moving thousands upon thousands of illegal immigrants into the U.S. The Secretary of Homeland Security said this week that we are encountering more illegal immigrants on the southwest border than any time in the last 20 years. And they're continuing to release them. They're moving thousands of illegal immigrants to Dallas, to the convention center downtown. They're moving thousands of illegal immigrants to Midland, Texas, very much against the wishes of that community. And this problem continues to get worse because the political decisions drive.
Why do people care? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, why do people care if people come here not the right way? Like, does that really affect your life in any way when somebody crosses the border illegally? Like why do we have such strong borders? Why can't people just come here if they want to come here? We're not the fucking hottest nightclub in West Hollywood or something. You gotta wait in line. So I've been waiting for a while. You're not wearing the right kind of pants. Go wait in Mexico for a little bit. For like 20 years. Come on, man, my girl's in there. No, man, sorry. You, like I said, go wait in Mexico. That's what it's like.
Driving the Biden administration are producing the problem.
Hey, what's up? It's Alex. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
This summer, your favorite justice porn returns with new episodes of Live PD coming to your TV to make you come. White people, get ready to put your hand in your pants as you get to experience firsthand what you are too privileged to ever experience for yourselves when cops beat down, people in marginalized societies, but it's definitely not racial at all, see? It just so happens that the neighborhoods that they patrol happen to not be the white ones, but seriously, look past that. What are you, one of those libs? Go back to eating your pesto avocado sandwich, you loser. This is a show for real men who get hard-ons watching the enforcers of the institutions kicking minorities when they are already down because society lets it happen. So, if you're ready for some good old-fashioned oppression, turn off that CNN bullshit, escape reality, and tune into A&E Wednesdays at 9 for some live PD, because blue lives are definitely not poo lives. Don't believe what anyone says. And why are you so mean to us cops? Paid for by the National American Man-Boy Love Association.
Is there no political blowback from their base with midterms coming up next year that could move them to do something about this?
Possibly. The problem is when you talk about their base, right now the only base that the Biden administration is listening to is the radical left. That this administration...
It's not true. The radical left is angry with Joe Biden, disappointed in Joe Biden, when I see my leftist friends post things on Instagram, it's nothing but shitting on Joe Biden. The fight isn't over because Biden is in office. That dude isn't going to do shit other than put us into wars with countries that we don't need to be at war with. Listen, I get that. I get that. All my leftist people, all my radical left people that I know don't like Biden. They don't. That's the truth. They wanted Bernie. And you know they got the Kirkland brand Bernie. That's what they got.
Is totally captured by the radical left. And so their agenda is being driven by Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and AOC, and the radical left supports open borders. That they have a political judgment that every single illegal immigrant is a likely Democratic voter, and so they want to let every illegal.
That's not why. That could be part of it. If politicians are selfish, I get that. Ted, if you were on their side, you would probably do the same thing. But since you don't like immigrants, which is weird, you're fighting against the idea of open borders. Why don't we make it easier for people to be able to come here legally? They're not all rapists and murderers and drug traffickers. That's such a fucked up stereotype. A lot of them are just people who want to get out of a shitty situation, want to get a better life, want to be able to make it in the world, want to escape danger, want to ensure a wonderful life for their families. So it's ridiculous when Ted makes them seem as though they're all this threat. They're like women and their kids. Or just kids. Sent there by their parents. Sent to America by their parents because they know that they could get a better life here. And Ted is just like, oh, I have no empathy for these people at all whatsoever. Because I believe the empathy part of your body is found in your testicles, and since I do not have a pair of my own, I do not have the empathy part of my body, and that is the conclusion that I've come to as a Harvard-educated man.
Illegal immigrant into the United States. They want to make them all citizens as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Look, Joe Biden rolled out his immigration plan when he wants Congress to pass. One of the aspects that he included was allowing every single illegal immigrant who was deported in the last 4 years to come back to America. That if you were deported under the Trump administration, we want you back. There are no exceptions for criminals. There are no exception for gang members. There are no exception for murderers or rapists or child molesters. Everyone.
Murderers or rapists. No, I'm pretty sure the murderers or rapists aren't going to be allowed in, Ted. That's so dramatic and so far from the truth. And I already said that, and I knew he was going to say this, right? Because he repeats himself every time he makes an appearance. He has like his little bullet points, little hateful bullet points there. Like, dude, you're full of shit. You are full of shit. Like I said, a lot of them are people who want better lives for their families, not murderers and rapists, you idiot.
One of them, they said, bring them in. I think that really shows
what is
who
the
they're
difference. What is the difference between somebody immigrating to America from Sweden and somebody immigrating from Mexico? Why is there such a difference to you? Why, when it's a Swedish person, it's just a Swedish immigrant. And when it's a Mexican person to Ted Cruz, oh, they're a rapist and a murderer. Like, dude, what? How obvious? How much more obvious could you be about your biases?
Listening to, which is the extreme left, that has no common sense.
You have called Nancy Pelosi's H.R. 1 the Corrupt Politicians Act. How concerned should people
be?
Oh,
the Voting Rights Act, the one that wants to make sure more people are able to vote, which would allow for more minorities to be able to vote something that Ted and his little friends don't want?
Be over this.
Deeply, deeply concerned. It's start off by this. This is the very first bill that the Pelosi Democratic House introduced, H.R. 1. The 1 means first bill they put forward. Now, pause for a second to reflect that their first priority was not defeating COVID-19. It was not immunizations. It was not getting people back to work. It was not getting millions of kids back to school. It was not helping small businesses reopen or survive. It was not helping families who've been hammered in this crisis survive. Now, their first priority, their driving priority, is changing elections forever so that Democrats will never lose. Their objective is to lock themselves into power forever. So H.R. 1, the Corrupt Politicians Act, how does it do this? Well,
He keeps calling it that. I heard him say that on his podcast. Like, yeah, I call it the Corrupt Politicians Act. And his assistant, his co-host, was like, I love you, Ted. I love you. I would kiss your nuts, but I know you don't have any.
federalizes all elections. So it takes all of the state laws that have been put in place in all 50 states to protect the integrity of the elections, and it repeals them all. It takes them all off the books. So, for example, many states, including Texas, require photo ID to vote. You know, you need a photo ID to get on an airplane. You need a photo ID to drive a car. You need a photo ID to order a beer. But under the Corrupt Politicians Act, it will now be illegal to require a photo ID to vote. Anybody can vote. They provide...
Anybody can vote, he says. Anybody can vote. Huh. And he's saying that as though it's a problem. As though not everybody in the country should be able to vote. Does Ted Cruz not want to make voting accessible to certain people? Is that what I'm getting from this? Because that is what it sounds like to me. I'm not a very smart man, you know, but I know when a man is being racist. Now, we got issues with Ted. I don't know what I can't do my voices right now. Now, I'm going back to Ted Cruz, trying to figure out why he's so weird like this. I don't know if you know this. Ted looks at porn on Twitter.
Automatic registration for everybody, knowing full well that millions of people will be registered who are not eligible to vote, who are not U.S. citizens. And this plan intends that. That's not a bug, it's a feature. They intend, under this bill, if it passes, for millions of illegal aliens to be voting and for millions of criminals and felons to be voting. And on the felon side, this bill explicitly repeals every...
But, like, if you're not on the voting list, then you can't vote, right? Like, you gotta give your address and all that shit anyways. Don't they, I have a voter ID, though. That's the thing, but this was like the first year that I voted this past election for a president. The year before that, or 2 years before that, I voted. Sorry, I just took a big hit of, something. Oh. 420. But, I think more people being able to vote is a good thing. I don't know everything about H.R. 1, but I do know that historically, politicians have done things to try to suppress minority votes post-Civil War, and you know, we gotta make sure that shit stays in the past. And not let Ted Cruz get what he wants, because that would not be good for anyone.
Every state law that puts restrictions on felons voting, because apparently when Democrats look at our country, they think What we need is more criminals and rapists and murderers and
That's not
child
even-
molesters voting. That would
Who's
make America
saying
better.
that? Who is
What
saying
they
that?
obviously have determined is that if millions of illegal aliens and criminals vote, they're going to vote for Democrats. This bill also subsidizes politicians. It's welfare for politicians. It provides that if you raise $1 and you're running for office, that the taxpayers match you with $6. So you get $6 for every dollar you raise. It's designed to just flood millions of dollars of taxpayer monies to fund politicians. Not only that, we saw all the problems we had in this last election from mail-in voting. The Corrupt Politicians Act mandates universal mail-in voting everywhere. Never mind that the Carter-Baker Commission, chaired by Democrat Jimmy Carter, chaired by James Baker, concluded that the most serious source of voter fraud is mail-in voting. Under the Corrupt Politicians Act, they want...
Well, why is mail-in voting all of a sudden such a big problem? It's such a big political issue to Ted because his guy lost. Because of more people were able to vote this past year. Like that's the thing, voting, and I've heard arguments for this, that voting should be done over like a 5-day period or something. It shouldn't be on like a Tuesday when people have to work. Some people have hard hours, got family to feed. They can't go out of their way to vote on just some Tuesday. Not everybody has that luxury. So I think that needs to be changed. I think whatever we can do to make voting, participating in this democracy more accessible is a good thing. But Ted knows that if more people vote, more people's voices are heard, then that will change America in a way that he will not enjoy. And he doesn't like that. So all of this is just selfish, and none of what he or his people do is ever really for the people other than themselves. I don't even know what they fight for. I don't. I really don't.
That fraud everywhere. It mandates ballot harvesting, the corrupt process where operatives go into nursing homes, they take advantage of seniors, they collect their ballots, including from some people no longer competent to vote. They throw away the ballots that they don't like, that are voting for the other side, and they mail in the ballots that they do like. This is mandated nationwide. It is the single most dangerous bill before the Congress, and Joe Biden and the Democrats are trying to ram it through because they want Democratic control of Congress for the next century.
We've seen our CIA.
I don't know, that sounds pretty dramatic to me. Like, I don't know about him. I guess he sees a pretty bleak future for Republicans, but hey, they can come back. You know, if you guys just keep hating people, you know, eventually you'll hate people enough where you just, you know, you get some sort of hateful bill passed. I don't know. If you dream it, then maybe your hate will come true. I don't know. Where are we at? Where are we at now? Oh yeah, we gotta move on. We gotta move on here. I can't go into any more of that. Like, now it's starting to become cyberbullying, but it just feels so right. So I'll be making an NFT of Ted Cruz very soon, an NF Ted. Like I said before, possibly of his detached, misplaced ball sack. So, now I'm going to go into the latest installment of Keeping Up with the Karens, where we roast the most recent crazy customers freaking out in the middle of stores, a lot of them being about having to wear a mask. So, here we go. Let me go get my voice improvement spray, and then I'll be right back.
So if you notice my voice sounds buttery after this, then that's why. Alright, I'm back. I don't know if that fixed my voice. I'm really not sure, but it feels good. Feels good, man. Okay, so I got some Karen videos up here. So this I got a peek at prior to picking the recording back up, but it appears as though this portly looking white lady is accosting this person of color, asking to see their license. The portly white woman is not a cop, so she can't do that.
Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me. I record that you was following me. I'm not gonna show it to you. You're not a police. You're not a police officer. I'm not gonna show it to you. No, sir.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't,
not
you
gonna
don't have
show
to
it to
show.
you. You're not a police officer.
She doesn't have to show you, dude.
5 people behind you right now. I am a single person, and I cannot. So why don't you focus on what's on your face and focus on what's in front of you? I have my face covered for right?
So it's just something that we have to debate on it doesn't matter what the statement goes now. It's just as far as the statement that goes for exercising in the gym or exercising. So it doesn't say anything about a kid.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it. It says mouth and nose covered.
Okay, I'm just gonna interrupt because this is really annoying. You just need to follow the rules. I work for an attorney. No, you guys are being very disrespectful and she can't talk to you.
Wait, so what is the issue here? What is she wearing? Is that a mask? What? Is that a mask or is that like a... What is that? Or is that like a female's like period pad that she just strapped to her face with rubber bands to make a statement? Is this the gym? They're doing this at the gym? Why? Why? Why do you have to do this? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but they're telling you it's statewide, it's countrywide. Common sense.
I have nothing to do with you.
Yes, but they don't have to deal with it. It's common sense. They don't know you either. They don't want to deal with that. You guys need to go, is what they're telling you. They just can't be about it, but I can.
So Karen right here says that she owns all the way in the middle of the road.
See that right there?
Here you go, people. We got another Karen right here. There he goes.
There you go.
Karen. She got people blocking the road. There you go. Yeah, she got people blocking the road right here.
What?
She got their personal pet service blocking the road.
Their personal pet service to block the road. What? Why? They're just trying to work on that house. Why do you need to do this? This is my property over here. Are you a child? They have to do fucking work on this house. What do you expect them to do? You don't own the whole block.
There you go. Bye, Karen. Have a good one. That's my website for you.
Right, sorry, can I just take your name?
Yeah, my name's Frank.
Okay, and I just want to... I am, I just want...
The Apple Store? What? You can't have problems at the Apple Store. Everything is like flawless there. Every purchasing experience that I've had at the Apple Store is always like flawless. You order it from your home. They're like, okay, come pick it up in an hour. An hour comes, you go in. They're like, okay, check in. All right, your phone will be out here in a moment. Boom, boom, boom. You got your phone. You got it ready to go. You take it home, and you're happy. So what is the problem here?
I want to clarify with you, I have made you aware that I'm registered blind and I'm exempt and you're denying me access. Can I have that policy, please? Can I have the policy, please?
While you're filming, we're not going to interact with you anymore. Okay?
Can I have your name?
Yeah, I said my name's Greg.
What's your surname, Greg?
I'm not giving you
me my surname and why
Okay.
you're filming.
Are you the only manager at this
The
store?
only manager that's going to be talking to you today about this.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
fine.
you're filming.
Just to clarify, I have made you aware I am registered blind and I'm exempt, and you're denying me access today.
What does being registered blind have to do with your ability to wear a mask? It has literally nothing to do with that. You can wear a mask. Get out of the mall then. You can't be anywhere, lady. Ugh.
At this store, yeah, just to make that aware, I have recorded it. I have been denied access by Apple, just to register that. I am actually legally exempt from wearing a face mask, and I'm just wanting this recording.
You're just making a scene. You're just making yourself look ridiculous. Nobody cares. People are there to look at iPads. They don't fucking care about you. You're just making everybody uncomfortable. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Thank you. I will be sending this to head office.
And they're gonna laugh. They're gonna fucking laugh. They're gonna be like, alright, destroy her Apple account. Yeah, she got an Apple ID. Alright, ruin her. Wakes up one morning. Why is my phone not working? Why is my phone not on? It don't power on no more. What happened to my audio books of Greta Thunberg? I don't know. No, they don't. She doesn't believe in environment. Where's my fucking Conan O'Brien podcast? I don't know. I can't think of anything. I actually like that podcast. It's a good podcast. I'm sorry, Conan. Please don't hate me.
No, that I am not a member of Costco anymore. Okay, so you want me to get that taken care of? Yes. All right, you don't have
Oh, no, we've seen this one. They always show this one.
It's kind of prices for $30 off. But
Again, and she walked in my face mask. That's what you are right now. And keeping 16 different.
Isn't that special?
Get out of my way, Deb. I'm going to report you and your business if you want to keep selling dogs. I'm not going to back up. I'm not going to let you bully me like everyone else.
No one's bullying.
I'm just going to get you kicked out of this dog park too. I know you're not welcome back in a lot of them for this reason. I've been in touch with the town supervisor and the Warwick PD, and this is going right to them. I have the chief's email.
Wait, what is she doing? She's selling dogs? Whose dogs is she selling? Is she just like stealing people's dogs and selling them? Is she the one who did the Lady Gaga thing?
Why don't you get out of my way and stop making a problem for you and your business? You're not wearing a mask. You're not 6 feet away from me. The tide... I'm not trying to get in your face. I'm trying to get into a public area that you're barricading.
You're holding up the line there, Karen.
Oh yeah, we saw this one.
Watch out the way there. Forward.
Uh-oh. This person is... So the Karen is recording.
Here's Karen
Uh-oh.
recording me.
Why?
Let me get your license plate too, because you hit my car.
Oh, you ain't getting.
What? Come on, keep getting more angry, Karen.
If my husband was here.
Come on, Karen. Come on, Karen.
If my husband still loved me, then maybe he would do something about this.
It's deplorable.
You're gonna make me famous right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you famous.
I'm gonna make you famous.
I'm 60.
She hit my car.
old.
Listen to this, Karen.
And says I hit his car. He's full of.
Why? Are we just gonna make stuff up?
You're sick.
I'm sick? Listen to you. Listen to you.
You hit his car, though. So, that's not okay. You're deflecting this problem. So you gotta stop doing that, Karen. That's not okay. And your mask was under your chin, so that's another 10 points off right there.
Call him.
My food is now falling right out of
Oh, I'm so sorry about your food.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I wanted is I am sorry.
For your food,
I am
not
sorry
for
for
you,
being
because I
disrespectful
don't feel
and
bad
giving
for
me a
you.
finger.
I don't feel bad for you for stalking me and following me all the way down here.
You've got to learn, Robert. You can't just give everybody the finger.
I don't give everybody the finger. I give rude people the finger.
After you nearly went into
You literally would not let me back out of my spot. You blocked my car.
Sorry, it's an apology. That's all you needed to do.
I'm not apologizing to you. I'm apologizing to your food.
Grow up, little girl.
Yeah, go away, Karen.
You can go. You can go.
I need to tell you to.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Okay, grind face.
Cops, God damn it! If
I
you
think,
don't like me
well,
over
I
here,
mean,
call them.
okay.
Mother,
Karen,
you call them. You can call me Karen if you want to.
I just
Get
did.
me on video. Well, good.
You.
How many times do I have to tell you to off?
That's the second time now.
Okay.
So people are really not doing well this year and last year. I feel like there's an uptick in these freakouts. Like I've been watching these for years, and there's so many more of them. It just seems like there's just a never-ending supply.
Good. And
Okay.
I told you a third one, and you still keep hounding me.
Are you?
Call the cops. Call the cops. Call the property
Are you done?
management. Why don't you call
Are
them
you
now?
done? Are you
Call
done?
them now.
Are you done?
No, I'm not. Are you done?
I'm waiting on you, man.
For no
No,
reason.
it's been a reason.
Okay, no, it's not.
Yeah.
How many times do I see people out here walking their dog, not picking up their dog?
They live here.
How do you know?
You don't live here. Wrong. That's why you look at the way you're acting. Look at the way you're acting. Look at the way you're acting.
She's rolling
They
away
will
on her
be called.
golf cart.
Okay. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Okay. No. Thank you.
So here's my question. If yes is Y-E-S, how you spell E-Y-E-S? What does that spell?
E-Y-E-S. E-S.
No, it's not E-S.
What is it?
E-Y-E-S.
E-Y-E-S. E-S.
You use it every
Eyes. she yes.
day. You know what it is. E-Y-E-S.
Ye?
Nah.
E-Y-E-S.
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 Yep.
Like E-S to me. What is it?
Eyes.
That's not eyes.
E-Y-E-S. How you spell eyes?
It sure is. You
I'm
right.
sorry, man.
Yeah, you
Have
right.
a good night.
Oh, no, come on. Body. I've had some quite shocking news, actually. I'm pregnant. I'm having an alien baby. You know what? I don't know quite how it happened. There was just a big bang flash of light, and I've been impregnated. And the baby will be coming soon, and as soon as he hatches out, I'll let you see him. I'll be bringing him out and about.
I guess they, drug addicts do have camera phones. That is, evident from this. I'm having an alien baby. It's gonna pop out me uterus. It's gonna pop right out and do a little dance. That's fucking hilarious. I'm having an alien baby. It's gonna come out and it's gonna do a little is gonna fly up to the sky and call in his friends, and we're gonna have a grand old time. We're gonna have a little alien family. Yeah, so anyways, those are the Karen videos for today's episode. We'll go back to that on Thursday. But now, I'm doing that again, but we have to help somebody with their relationship problem and look at some relationship advice. Let's take a look here and see if we can find a good one. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Uh-oh. This is gonna be a problem. Alright, here's one. My professor, unknown age, much older, confessed that he likes me, female 21. What? As the title says, my professor recently confessed to me that he likes me, which scares me a lot. I'm not sure how to tell him I'm not interested, and it's given me so much anxiety over the past few days. At first I was in denial and I didn't give it much thought, but then I realized what he meant. I wasn't being flirty in any way. We had meetings that were purely just for work, and other meetings to catch up so he would check on my mental health since I've been struggling with many things. Long story. Please, I could really use some help. Well, there's, you're not supposed to have relationships with your students. I think that's something that could actually lose him his job. So you should tell him, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. You're my professor. That makes me very uncomfortable. And that's the end of that. And there's no way to convince me otherwise. You say something like that, where you leave him no option other than to say, okay, fine, I respect your wishes. And if he doesn't respect those boundaries, then you go to the dean of students or somebody like that and say, yeah, this professor likes me and he told me he has a crush on me and that makes me very uncomfortable. And I don't, that messes up what is supposed to be the teacher-student, like, regular, like, the relationship. And you know, that, that's gross. But, yeah, so you got those 2 steps to work on there, if this continues. But yeah, you gotta be honest and set that boundary. Anyways, I gotta figure out what I just did to the audio file of this, so I gotta head out. But, thank you so much for listening, as always. I really appreciate it. And, we'll be back Thursday. I love you very much. And I will see you then. Alright, peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location. Yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pregame parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocationexp.com/SP56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime It's your shot. Take it.